Okay, so the issue is this. We rigged a character that has no UV. Like when we look at the UV, we say, oh, there's no UV. But like somebody else has worked this character, and that one has a UV, a nice UV. So how can I send this into that and re-skin it without going through the pain of skinning it again? Can I preserve or kind of transfer the skinning to that? Yes. You have to. I'm going to export just the body out. So I export this export selection. I just call it. I just export it on the desktop. Body as Maya MB or ASCII, doesn't matter. So and I import it here because I don't want to import everything, so I'll just import that body back in. So so you get, like, you see I've got two models, one with the right UV, that's the one, and one without UV, which is okay. So I'm going to get rid of all of these namespaces, by the way. Sometimes you keep so that's why, instead of, many of you have this habit of drag and dropping, but instead of that, just please import, just press this one and open your scene. That's the right way of opening. First, the right way of opening is set your project and then open it from your project folder. But if you get like such a bizarre name spacing, just go to the window, general editors, namespace editor, and if you can delete your namespaces. However, some tools are reliant, they use namespaces. They might break when you merge your namespace with the root. So you see that I don't have that weird naming. However, I should check my skinning. So let me, before hiding this, skinning, and so let's make sure that the changing of namespace didn't affect me. So then the model that I have imported from there, you see that this one has a massive history that has not been removed, and that would cause a lot of issues. So I just Alt-Shift-D, delete the history. And when I want to take it out of here, you will see suddenly it turns into a giant. The reason is the parent folder has transformation. If you want to freeze the transformation, it might say that it cannot because it's locked, because this is locked. You just go there, select the attributes, unlock them, and then select your master folder, freeze transformation. It's released. I Shift P, I take it out of the folder, and I call it, let's say, body loaders UV. And I move it right next to the actual body loaders, which is this one. So you see that one body loaders is moving and the other one is not. Okay. So I want to replace this with that. So what I do, I go to the body loaders and go to the mGear. mGear helps you to export your skin weights. But so you see that here you've got in the nicely skinned, how I can figure out with right click and go to the skin weight. So you see that, like, it's been nicely weighted. Okay, everything has been worked out. However, this body is not just carrying the skin weight, which is this skin cluster. It also carries delta mesh. So I'm just looking at the delta mesh and make sure that I take note of the attributes of delta mesh. Here, it's 151. Okay, 151. 21. Those three are the most important. Unless you use, you change the other ones as well to get a nice result, keep track of all of them because we have to regenerate delta mesh. So what I do, I export the, go to the skin weight, export the skin out. You can export it anywhere. I export it to the desktop, call it skin weight monster version, blah blah. Export it, and then okay, it's exported. I'm gonna hide this. It's good that you review the treatment of this skinning. So you see that it nicely functions under the shoulder. Actually, that's the part that shows the difficult part of skinning. It's very natural and organic, which is nice. So what I do is, okay, so I'm hiding this before unbinding it. I'm hiding it, and now I want to skin this one that has UV on it with the skeleton. So you remember the skinning process was for the mGear to select, get into the sets, click on the deformers, press down arrow, and then it selects all the joints underneath that. Shift select your GO. This one is a GO with UV. We can check it. Yes, UV is there. And then go to the skin, bind skin, and make sure that instead of joint hierarchy, you just say, you reset everything. You just say selected joints because I want to. Okay, so we skin it. This didn't skin. Hang on. Let's do it again. I select that, down arrow, select geometry, skin, bind skin, selected joints. Yeah, it's skin now. So you see that it moves, but look at the shoulder, it's just terrible. So because it has not skinned. However, I have saved the skinning information from the previous geometry. I go to the mGear, skin and weight, this time import skin. And on the same spot, I can see this skin weight monster file that I can load it. It takes a while. And so it has a better skinning now. I can see that. However, I should apply deform delta mesh with the same attribute, which was 151, if you remember. And now let's try it. Yeah, I get the same skinning on this one. So now what I can do is to delete the previous one. So the previous one is this. Don't delete it right away like that. Make sure that you go to the skin, unbind it, so it's deselected. It gets disconnected from the geometry. Then select it, then delete it. So now we have this rigged and with a UV on it as well. Is that the one? And Maya crashes. Yes, that's the one with UV.